Good morning, you guys. So, you ever just feel like you're stuck but not stuck? I don't even know how to explain how I feel. I just feel like things are not bad. Things are actually really good, but I still feel like something is missing, and I really don't know how to explain it or describe it. Before I get into all of that, I just wanted to address this comment that I got, and it's from I don't got my glasses on, so Rakim Hadley, 1260. So first and foremost, I'm sure you're watching because you support everything that I do. I just want to tell you thank you so much for all of your support. Like it really means the absolute most to me. But this comment right here was spot on. It says, ma'am, take a breath. Now take two. What you described was in no way a failure, except for you saying it was. People showed up, they heard your presentation, they bought your products, there was fellowship, there was success, period. The rest is what you're adding. Review your library video thumbnail titles. There's a story you're telling. It's what you've accepted as your story, and it's your right to tell it. But you can tell a new story, a different story too. And you don't need anyone or anything to validate that story. Your event was a success. You are a success. You're doing great. No matter no matter what is happening out there, build the discipline to tell the story to yourself and the world will fall in love. Next event, even if just one person shows up, you talk to that one person like it's 1,000. Very proud to watch your journey. First and foremost, like I said, you are 100% correct. 100% correct. And I'll elaborate a little bit more on that too. But like I said, even with the event, I convinced myself that it was a failure in the beginning. I convinced myself that it didn't work out or people didn't care or I failed at doing something. And it wasn't until towards the end of that event where I was just like, Latricia, you keep getting upset because of the expectations that you keep setting. Like nobody told you it was a failure. What made it a failure? Um, Once I began to change my mind in that, I understood. No, this is not a failure. And what was really a success for me is the fact that I was able to do this event. I was able to speak out and tell my story. I was able to push things in and speak in a way that made people want to purchase things from me. So I definitely know that deep down, I am part of the problem. Okay. I know that, and that's only because of, like I said, when your mind is so trapped or when you hold on to certain things in your mind, everything looks a different type of way. Perspective is everything. And in the beginning, I thought success meant having every chair filled. I meant success meant having every book sold. I thought that success meant everybody was like beating down the door to get in. In the end, I realized success is just me showing up for myself. Success is me recognizing that I do have a story to tell and be willing to tell it. So, yes, thank you, Rakim. I definitely understand your point. And I know for sure my event was a success. Nothing about it was a failure. Nothing. I posted, I think it was yesterday, a short, and I was just talking in my room about having the faith to walk. And I definitely think that that's the feeling that I feel right now because there's no words that I can really I can really describe how I feel. Is that I know that I have faith and I know that I was called to do certain things like tell my story and to do a book signing and to do a workshop and to now plan for another one. But I think that I've been so icky feeling because I don't, like I said, I don't know the words for the feeling. I think I felt like that because again, I recognize that I'm allowing fear to stop me. And it's like, why are you not moving forward? Why are you not walking? Why are you waiting on these things? And part of it, like with the book signing, is that I have these expectations that I have to let go of. Another thing, like I said, I have to stop expecting me and everybody else. I have to understand that the message that I'm carrying, the calling that I have is for me and it's for certain people. It's not for everybody. So I cannot be upset when things don't turn out the way that I think that they should turn out. It wasn't my plan. This is just what I'm doing. This is the assignment that I was given. Who am I to say how it should go? This I'm telling you, this has been by far the toughest but also most rewarding season of my life. Um, I've been through a lot of ups and downs. And like Rakim said, I had to step back and pay attention because when I felt like, or when I feel like nothing is going right, everything is going wrong, I step back and I'm like, no, nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. The only thing that is wrong is your perspective. The only thing that is wrong is your expectations. And things are exactly what they should be. I'm speaking to and touching the people that I'm supposed to. So it's like, how can you be upset about that? How could you be upset about progress? Because, like I said, if you look all the way back to the beginning of my channel, my very first video on this channel, that wasn't me. I was in a performance type of mode, and I've grown so far past that, and I'm still growing, and I'm getting so much better, and I'm getting so much more comfortable. Like I said, this has been a very tough season for me because I'm such a private person. I'll call it private. I don't share vulnerable information. I don't talk about how I really feel about things. And this season is forcing me to do that. And it's extremely uncomfortable. But it's starting to get better. It's starting to feel better. Every time somebody tells me that they took something from something that I said, or it made them, have a certain reaction, or made them take inaction, I'm realizing like this is why I'm understanding that that's the reward in it all. I'm understanding that my mission is to help somebody else connect to something else within themselves. That's always been a mission. And sometimes we get so lost in our plan and we get so lost in doing things the way we think it's supposed to be done and having the result we think we're supposed to have. On the short that I posted, I got a comment from Roxanne Williams 9228. She said, I feel you, sister. Thank you for the message. I'm going through a lot, and listening to what you had to say this morning made my day. Make my day. I'm going to walk now. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you. Amen. That's my purpose, y'all. And every time I see something like this, every time I hear something like this, it's like a light switch. Like, I feel so good and I want to continue doing it. And that's why I said, I don't know the feeling that I have. I feel like I should be doing more. I feel like I don't know. It's not that I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I don't know which way to go because I want to do a good job. You know how you take a test and you get nervous right before because you want to get a good grade. And you studied, you did all the things, but you're kind of hesitant to put the right answer on the paper because it's something in your mind is telling you, but what if? I feel like that's where I am right now. And as scary as it is to me, y'all, I have to figure it out and I have to keep moving. I know that I have to let go of the plans that I have and I have to let go of the expectations because even like I've been frustrated. I wanted to do YouTube every day. And my kids and my boyfriend is home for the summer because they go to school. He works at the school. They're out for the summer. So y'all know my issues with recording content, right? I'm like, oh my God, I finally got my space together. I finally got a routine. I can finally do this. And then, boom, my world just went upside down because now I can't do anything. Let me not say that. Let me not say that. Now I have to find a new way to do things because, as you all know, or maybe you don't know, I need to stop saying that because everybody here wasn't there in previous videos. But my house is small. So when the kids have the TV on, you can literally hear it from this is the downstairs, and then I have it's like a split level. You can hear it. So when I'm trying to record, I can hear the TV no matter how low it is. I can still hear it. Um, if I want to go in my room, my boyfriend is usually up there. So it's like, oh God, I wanted to do this and get my space together and record my content here while I'm comfortable. Um, So it's either that or in my car. And I'm really trying to get out of my car because I feel like I don't flow as good in the car. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like in the car, again, I have issues with that too, with having to prop the phone up on the windshield or whatever, and then it gets hot, and then it's just all these things that's happening, and I'm like, why? Like I'm trying to do something good. Why is it happening? And I realize like it's happening because you're trying to do something good. So it's like, okay, Latricia, you have to get out of your head and you have to just do the thing. Like you just have to do the thing. You have to move forward because you know what this assignment is. And even like when I wrote the book, like I said it again. When I wrote my book, I was so uncomfortable, and I know God told me to write it, and I refused it. Like I'm not writing a book. I'm not writing a book. I'm not talking about my story. I'm not talking about my business. I'm not doing it. And I had to do it anyway. And then when I released the book, yeah, I finished my book in September. I received the first copy of it, the first official copy of it in October. I didn't start talking about my book really until January. And again, it's like, I don't want to. But I feel like God is really calling me to open up, to step out, to stop being afraid because people need to hear what I have to say. My testimony is going to help somebody across their bridge. And I know this. I know this, but I'm like, do I have to do it in public forum in front of everybody, in front of the whole world to see, even if my videos only get a couple views? But I'm like, it has the potential to reach a lot of people. And that was scary to me. It's still scary to me. But at the end of the day, I'm like, Latricia, you have the potential to reach people all over the world to help them connect to back to who they are, to help them see themselves in a different type of way. And they got your story as proof that things can be different. So yeah, I'm really trying. Like I'm really trying, and I had to take some time to sit with myself and to sit with God. What is it that you need me to do? What is it that I'm not doing? Help me to figure out why I won't step forward. Help me to release the things that's keeping me stuck in my mind. Help me to see myself the way that you see me and to act in that way. I wasn't always a confident person. I wasn't, especially growing up. If you well I say when I was a kid, I did not have confidence. Like, and people would be so confused because they thought I did. Because I'm the type of person, instead of letting somebody see me hurt, I would act out. So I was always a silly person. I was always a funny person. I was always the light in the room. I got a fine personality, you know. But no, I knew how to compensate for my sadness. But I was always very um, insecure in a way. And it's because of what other people did to me in my life, starting when I was really small. I think my first memories of feeling less than came when I was about 9 years old. I remember all the way back until then. I remember feeling like I was on the back burner. I remember feeling abandoned. I remember feeling like I didn't matter. I remember somebody very, very, very close to me um, constantly telling us, me and my brothers, I hate y'all, you know, when such and such pick me all up, I hate y'all. Or why you look like that? Why you so dark? And why you this and why you that? And then going to school with other kids in a different, in the inner city, because we were suburban kids, going to school in the inner city, I had to deal with jealousy when I was in sixth grade. Jealousy, and I was getting into fights because girls were simply jealous of me. I had one girl try to cut my hair because my hair had always been really long, and she didn't have long hair. Neither did her friends. Um, my very first day of school in the sixth grade, they began to bully me. Didn't know a thing about me. Didn't know a single thing about me. It was one boy who had like hazelish greenish eyes, and I guess he took a liking to me, and the girl that liked him didn't like it. So her and her friends created this whole thing like I was really doing something to them. My very first day of school, in a new school, and it continued on, and it was always, you know, you ugly and you dark and you know, you think you're better than everybody else. And I never even thought those things. But guess what? The more people started to tell me, and because I didn't necessarily have the reinforcement from anybody other than my dad, I started to believe those things. Like, I'm maybe not that cute. The only thing I got going for myself is that I got like nice long hair. Other than that, who am I? I don't have nothing else to me. I'm a nobody. Um, Even like with my family, my brothers, and I know that it was all in jokes. I know that it wasn't serious. I know they mean it for real now, but when I was a kid, I didn't understand that. So when you have somebody constantly reiterating the same message over and over and over again, you start to believe it, and that's exactly what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. So I began to lose confidence in myself. I began to not feel pretty. I began to not feel like people cared or didn't they didn't care. And then when I got a little bit older or past that, again, people started to only want me around when they needed something from me. And I began to internalize all of these things, y'all. I began to take that on as my identity. I began to say, I began to show up in ways that's how I became a people pleaser. Like, I don't want to lose this person, so I'm gonna just say yes all the time, no matter what they were doing, regardless of how. I'm not gonna say regardless of how they talk to me, because I didn't let people just talk to me any kind of way. So let's start there. But there were some things where I'm just like, I don't know if this is okay, but whatever. I don't want no problems. I'm gonna just go ahead and deal with it anyway. And yeah, I really thank God for where I've come from. I really do, because even just thinking about it now, like, people have no idea what their words can do to somebody else. And that's why I'm always very careful with what I say. That's why I'm always bringing positivity, because I was a child who didn't understand the difference between a joke and real. I feel like when you continuously tell the same joke, that's your truth. That's how you feel. I just never felt good. I never felt good as a kid. And again, like I said, I know my mom didn't mean me any harm. I know that. But I always felt like she chose something else over me. I always feel like there was something else, whether it was a job, whether it was a religion, whether it was, boyfriend or her friends or whatever it was. I always felt like she chose something else over me, and that had a huge impact on me. And I'm really, 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 really coming out of it. Like, even like with my kid's dad, to me, it just like doubled down on those feelings that I had as a kid. You're not important. Like, you're not important. You're not worthy of real love. You're not worthy of real respect. You're not worthy of these things. You're not worthy of somebody protecting you. You're not worthy of that. So I hardened my shell, and I became super independent. I became the person. I'm not gonna say a bully, but um, I just didn't need nobody. Like, I don't care. I didn't want to attach to nothing to nobody. Like, I don't care. Like, I just don't care. And I realized like that all of that was like defense mechanisms. And I feel like in this season of my life right now, God is breaking me from those things. And it don't feel good, because I realize I don't trust people. I don't trust people because of the things that I've had to endure, the relationships with people that were very, very close to me that caused me harm. And even when I would speak up and tell them that they caused me harm, they invalidated how I felt. Or they made me start believing that, girl, that don't even make sense. You just made that up. Or, girl, get over it. Or, stop being so sensitive. Stop being so soft. I internalized all of that stuff, y'all. And I know that walking, excuse me, I know that walking down this journey is going to call me to go through it and heal from those things. And the fear of having to relive those moments, to process those things, to go back to say they were wrong, it hurts me. And I think that's what's stopping me from actually walking and going all in on what I'm supposed to be doing. Here I'm taking like baby steps. I'm really trying to continue to protect myself, to shield myself. And I feel like God is telling me, like, you can't do that. I got you. Like, I got you. You don't have to worry about defending yourself from anybody. I got you. So that's kind of why I guess ultimately I'm not necessarily pursuing it in the way that I should. I'm not, you know, it's not even about other people at this point. I had to realize I'm not where I thought I was. I thought I healed from these things. I thought that they were okay, but I realized I just touched the surface. So going back to that book signing and things like that, I felt like I was ready for that point. So seeing people not show up for me the way that I show up for other people, that made me relive things that I didn't want to live. And that's what caused me to be upset. And now I'm just like, listen, Latricia, you got to do it anyway. Like, you just have to do it anyway. You have to trust that God got you. He would never walk you down this path if you weren't strong enough. He would never walk you down here if you were never the person for this job. He gave this assignment specifically for me. And it's because of what I went through. It's because of what I grew through. And in the process of all of this stuff that I'm putting out, he's growing me and strengthening me more. So like I said in my short, I'm afraid to walk totally in my calling because I feel like it's so big. And I'm like, well, who are you to have this big, massive assignment to help women change their lives? Who are you? And yesterday I realized you think that you go from 0 to 100. It don't work like that. Every new lesson, every new challenge, that's God strengthening you to be able to be there on that platform. And I had to say, okay, okay. It's not that your calling is too big. You're missing all of the in between steps. You have to trust that God is gonna build the bridge and He's gonna build you up to be exactly who He needs you to be and be where you need to be. So I'm like, okay, all right, okay, God, I get it. And like I said, as scared as I am, I have to do it anyway. I have to do it anyway because it's just there's so much entangled in it. It's my mental freedom. It's me being able to be the woman for my girls. Like, God bless me with girls that will be women one day. um and it's for the other moms or the other women that are me and don't realize that it don't have to be that way. You don't have to stay like that. You don't have to be so locked up in your mind. You don't have to be so quiet all the time. That's my assignment. And I'm just really, I feel really renewed today. I feel really fresh today. And I'm ready to move forward, at least till I get to the next step. No, I'm just kidding. I'm ready to move forward with whatever that looks like. I let go of my plans. I let go of, you know, saying, well, I'm going to do A, B, and C today. No, I'm just going to do what I can. I'm going to move forward in whatever direction that God changes or leads me, and that's the way that I'm going to go. I am working on doing an online workshop. I really feel good about it. And it's like, even if it's just one person on there, wonderful. But even if nobody is on it, wonderful, because I get another opportunity to practice and get it right. So, y'all look out for that. I'm not putting up no date. I'm not saying no date. I'm not saying none of that stuff because I realize when I do that, I get overwhelmed and I become upset when it don't happen the way that I want it to happen. So make sure you are keeping up with my videos and my posts and things like that. I'll put the information there. So if you're interested in, understanding the things that I had to go through and deal with and how I overcame these things so that you can benefit from, my lessons. Um, and then I'll make sure to put the information for the workshop there on my post more than likely. And I'll probably start talking about it once I'm done with the outline and the framework, which I'm pretty much am done with that. Once I figure out platforms and all this other stuff, and I'll be able to start talking about it more. But this is just where I am, y'all. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. I have no idea what I'm doing with the Enterprise Collective. All I know is that I am called to help women rediscover themselves and help them understand that it is okay to live for themselves. It is okay for them to strive and chase the dreams that they want to. It is okay for them to live the life that they want. It's okay. And sometimes it takes sacrifices, but it's okay and it's worth it. So if you're still here, thank you so much for watching my little venting session. I feel good though. I feel really good. And I'm excited for my journey, y'all. As scary as it is, I'm really excited because I know I've already helped so much. I know I've already done so much. And I know that my only mission is to help, never hurt. My only mission is to help people. And I can't help people being quiet. I can't help people not showing up. I can't help people letting the TV noise distract me. I won't. So thank you if you're new here. Again, my name is Trisha. My name is Latricia, but everybody calls me Trisha. And I appreciate you so much for watching this video. And anybody that's subscribed to me that's watching this video, thank you so, so much. Like, your support means more to me than you may ever know. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do so. And it's only up from here, y'all. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.